Hi fashion lovers, welcome to my channel, and today it is this stylish top by the Vicky Jane Ward that we'll be making in this video. If it is what you're interested in, please do like the video, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Now this is a kimono, all right. It's a cut together and it has a fitted waistline. It can be basquine waistline or a straight fitted waistline, all right. And you can see the sleeve is rushed. Okay, so for this top, stylish top, this is the calculation we'll be working with, and I'm starting with my shoulder, which is 16 divided by 2, and it gives me 8. Now still on the shoulder plus 15. What is that 15 I added on the shoulder? That is my sleeve length, the length at which that top stopped. It stopped after the ankle, so 15 is the length. Okay, so in total I have 23. My bust is 36. I added 8. Now when you're cutting a kimono is usually very free, you know, or it's a free top. So, and this top is free. Okay, though there are other processes to getting it, but I'm so my bust plus 8, waist plus 8, my shoulder, then my shoulder to under bust is 14, but I added 2. If you look at the top, it stopped at the under bust, but it's very free. That's why I added 2. Then my shoulder to blouse length is 22, and my sleeve length is 15. Okay, now when it comes to this calculation you have seen so far, the bust waist will be used, but the most important is this 23. We need this 16, all right, and we equally need the blouse length. Okay, now these are the 3 basic measurements needed for the cutting of this dress, and this is our sleeve length. All right, so let's move to the pattern now. This is the pattern I'll be working with. Please, for you to cut this dress, work with pattern first, you know, before going on the placing it to trace it on the fabric. So I just sprayed my pattern paper. All right, now because of the kind of fabric, because of the how long this dress, the sleeve part of it is, I opened the fabric. So what I did first is mark my shoulder. Okay, my shoulder is 8. The original shoulder divided by 2 gives us 8. That is what I marked. The next thing I mark is my sleeve length. You know, when you want to take your shoulder, you measure your shoulder. From the shoulder joint, you measure your sleeve length. So here is 8, which is my shoulder, and here is 15, which is my sleeve length. All right. Now, this 15 is after the ankle. You can see it there. All right. Now, this is my XL. Once I've gotten this is the first you should get. The next thing to get is your length. What is our length? Now, looking at the dress, all right, the fitted part started from the waist, all right, and if you look at it, you can see it's as if it's like under bust. That is why I did my under bust 14 plus 2 inches. Now, that 2 inches I added is compulsory. All right, you can extend it to 13 to 3, making it at sorry, you can extend it from 2 to 3 or 4 or 5. All right, but for me, I'm okay with that 2 inches, making it in total 16, and then I added 1 inches for my sewing allowance. All right. Good. Am I too fast? So this is where we have gotten to. All right, the length is what I'm trying to get. Okay, remember what I said earlier. The first thing you do is your shoulder and your sleeve length. The next thing is the length of this blouse. What is the length? Remember I said earlier, the length is my under bust. I added 2 inches, which you can add up to 4 if you want to. I added 2, then I added 1 for the sewing allowance. Okay, so I have 16. This line I'm marking right now is my 16. The next line is 17, which is my sewing allowance. You know, I will be joining the fitted part and the upper part together, so I need allowance. All right, that is what it is. Now, having gotten this, the next thing is you need to know your armhole depth. What is your armhole depth? Looking at this dress top, you can see how bogus it is. It's a kimono. Like, the hand can be anywhere. It can be as free as it can be 12. Your armhole depth can be 12. It can be 11. it can be 13, it can even be 14. Okay, but for the cost of this, I'm working with, so that is my armhole depth that I just marked. Okay, this is my armhole depth. All right, and you can see it. I worked with 12. My armhole depth, I worked with 12. Now you can work with 12. You can work with 13, even 14, even 10. It's your choice, all right? But because of how wide the dress is, that is why I went for 12. The sleeve, the roundness of the armhole, the his sleeve is, I went for 12. Now, once you have done that, the next thing for us to do right now is to mark the same line. That is the shoulder plus the sleeve. So where the 23 is, all right, that is what I'm marking right. This is it. All right, just to give it that square shape. Okay. Now I'm just trying to show where the sleeve ends. The shoulder plus sleeve is the highest. Then this is my waist or bust. Now at this point, you can either use the highest measurement with either of them that is highest. So I'm going with the bust measurement for this calculation to connect. Okay, I'm using the bust measurement. Remember, at the down of the at that waistline, all right, or at the fitted part, you can see the down part of the dress. They split or gathered. It was gathered. Okay, you can see how folded it is. So we need enough excess. Okay, but if you have decided to work with the bust measurement, though there's no much excess on it, this is how we should be. Okay, you connect it straight, then you curve. But mind you, because of how the excess is on the down part of it, this method I'm going with right now will not give you a perfect, it will not give you this dress accurately. Just have it in mind, it will not give you this dress accurately. Okay, now having gotten this, you can see how it is. This is it. This will not work. So what you can do is either you extend it or you come here, mark like 4 or 5 inches from where the shoulder sleeve length ended. You can see I measured, that is the 5 inches. Then you curve. Now, why I did it this way is to give me enough space, enough gathers, enough fabric at the under or at the under for me to be able to, pleat them together, let it join in at the fitted part. That is why I went this way. Now, you either have two choice, either of these goes. But for me, this last one gives me what is on the picture. Okay, it gives me what is on the picture. The next thing is your neck width. What should be your neck width? Now for me, I am working with 4. That is what I marked. 4 by 4 or 4 by 3.5. Now let me know what you think the neck width of this dress is. Let me know. But for me, there is zip on this dress. There is zip at the back. The difference between the front and the back is just the zip. Okay, there is zip at the back, which I'll be showing you. I'll be putting the picture up for you to see. So first, for me to curve the armhole, the neckline, I need to give it a square before curving it. That is the neckline that I'm curving right now. Now, like I said earlier, there is zip at the back of this dress. Every other thing is the same. The sleeve, the gathers, whatever it, they are all the same. All right. Now you can either go with 4. Now this is 3.5 that I marked here. Whichever one you think is okay, let me know in the comment section. All right. So, but for the cost of this video, I went for 4 and 3.5. 4 in width, depth is 3.5. Okay. I don't need to bother about wearing it because they zip at the back from the beginning to the end of this dress at the blouse. All right. Now this is the pattern for the front. So if you're still watching, guys, please like this video. All right. Drop a nice comment on the comment section. And if you have not subscribed, subscribe. I post video every week, like 2 to 3 videos every week. That is what I do every week. So be part of the family and subscribe. So this is me cutting. Okay, now you will ask, if the length is this way, what of the rushed? You can see it is now on the shoulder is not drawstrings. They didn't use drawstrings. If they you did, you'll be seeing it dropping, but they didn't go that way. For me, I think they either used elastic on the shoulder, to give you that effect. So how do we achieve that? For me, I prefer slash and sprayed. That is my easiest way of going about this. All right, slash and sprayed makes it easy for me. So this is my armhole depth or my sleeve roundness. Okay, for this part. So this part, my front pattern is ready. All right, you can see it. My front pattern is ready. Now it is time to slash and spread. Yes, time to slash and spread. So what we need to do is cut the pattern and spread it, place it on the fabric. Before we cut, we have to spread. Okay, so but before we do that, let's indicate where we'll be cut through for our slash and spread. That is the easiest method to go about this. Okay, it makes it very easy. Now I'll be going this way. All right, I'll equally go this way. Now the spacing of your fabric is your choice. What else determines your spacing? What else determines is the fabric you have, the quantity of fabric you have. You cannot have 2 yards of fabric and you're trying to manage it and you're spacing it more. You cannot have 1.5 yards of fabric, you're trying to manage it and you space it more. When you have like 3 yards of fabric, you can space it more. When you have like 4 or 5 yards of fabric, you can space it more. Okay, so you can see I've actually cut through. This is, I slashed it open and I just slashed 3. Right, I just cut through 3. I don't want it too much because of the fabric. Now placing of this fabric, the length is wide. It's not something one fabric can one pattern paper can sort out. So I'm placing it and pinning it. Okay, now for me to be sure what I did, the markings, the drafting, I'm getting it right, I need to do that on another pattern paper, then try it out and see if I'm making, if what is on the picture is actually displayed, if I can get it on the pattern paper. If you're new to my channel, this channel, I emphasize more on beginners starting with pattern paper. I emphasize more of always trying out new styles using pattern paper. All right, it makes it easy. If it is not giving you what is on the picture when you're using your pattern paper, it will not give you on your fabric. So rather than waste your fabric, please try wasting of the pattern paper. It is easy and safer. Okay, so this is me. I'm trying to space it. Now, like I said earlier, spacing it, it's not it's a matter of choice, and it equally depends on the fabric you have. Okay, now I've done the first 2 curtains. You can see now I'm doing the third one. This is the last one I will be doing for this. All right, I've pinned others. Okay, now remember your hand has to be straight, it should not be curvy. I don't know. Looking, I saw this particular dress top, two piece by Vicky James on another person, and when I saw it on the person that made this dress, that is the original designer. The designer was giving, it wasn't giving us like, is it like a basquine, it wasn't giving us a basquine waistline on the fitted part, but Vicky James own is more looking like if it's for curved. All right, so but whichever one you're going for, this pattern is the best. You can see the spacing I did. Now I'm trying to watch the fabric, I'm trying to watch the pattern paper I have, so I cannot space it more. All right, now you already know from the beginning the sleeve already, the down part of this has, I have folded it already, I have given it the SS already. Okay, so with the ease we have from the beginning and this, I think it should do. All right, so what I'll do now is after placing it, I'll cut. Okay, now I'm trying to pin to make sure it doesn't move. First, I'm starting with the neckline, okay, out. Then I'll just go down and cut. My hand has to be straight. Okay. Now, if you're trying if trying this out as a beginner, just try it in pattern paper. If it did not give you what it should, then you know where your mistake is coming from. When trying it out on pattern and fabric, you correct it. So please make sure you try it out on pattern paper. Pattern paper is easy, I always say that. Okay, so this is it. All right, I'm trying to cut them out, cut it out. Now the down part has to be straight, so when placing it you need to be careful. Now I've done the cutting. Okay, and in total for this, from the center front to the sleeve part of it, I have about 32 or thereabouts. Okay, now because this style consumes fabric on a or pattern, I had to join my pattern. I must make sure this thing is giving me what is on the picture. It is a must before I go to fabric. It is a must, it gives me what is on the picture. So I placed you two pattern paper together, I gummed it. Okay, before you can see how long it is. This is not one pattern paper, one pattern paper cannot do this. Okay, so I used two, and you can see at the center, at the neck, you can see the line of the sellotape that I used to gum it. Okay, to make sure, because I will be folding, I will be pleating, I will be drawing it, gathering this pattern paper to make sure. You see, I've gathered one, I've pinned it, I've used sellotape to machete it, gum it together. All right, I must get what is what that particular style. If it's not giving me on my pattern paper, I will keep trying. Okay, so I've done the first side. You can see the other side, I've pinned it, I've sellotaped it. This other part I will equally do the same. So this is how I do it. First I started from the shoulder. Okay, like I said, they used, you can use elastic to achieve this, just the way we stretch elastic and so on the line of the shoulder. That is what you do, and it will just gather the shoulder. Or you can do drawstrings, but I don't think they use drawstrings, because if they did, it will be showing on the sleeve. So I'm assuming they used maybe elastic, or even if they use drawstrings, maybe after using it they cut it off. Okay, because it's not dropping on the sleeve, that is why I'm saying that. Now you can see, I'm assuming this is the shoulder that has been as placed. All right, so I've pleated some parts. What I'll do is use tape. Okay. Remember, our shoulder to our sleeve is how many? 23 in total. So from the center here, I'll measure. Is this giving me 23? Yes, it is giving me even 24. Okay. So I've measured it. My shoulder is intact. All right. The next thing is my waist. This is the waist part. I'll keep folding, keep folding. Now remember what will be our waist. The waist is fitted. You have to gather it to fit. And according to the calculation, waist 30. When you divide it by 4, is 7.5. So this part that I'm working on now should give me 7.5. Now looking at this thing, like immediately I just folded this thing, it is giving what is on the picture. If it is not giving, let me know in the comment section. If it is not sure, if it is not giving what is on the picture, let me know on the comment section, because for me this is giving me what is on the on the picture. All right, this is giving me. All right, so with this I already know if I want it fuller or less. Okay, so before I need to use sellotape and hold the down part of this dress properly so it doesn't shift. I need to use tape, hold it down. Okay, while I'm holding it down, I'm equally measuring, because the waist has to be 7.5, at most 8.5, joining allowance by the side, 1 inches. So at most 8.5. That is what my waist should give me from the center front. You can see I'm measuring from the middle. This top has a middle, so I'm measuring from the middle. Now you can see it. Is this giving me? If it is giving what is on the picture, please let me know on the comment section. Please, I will really love it. Let me know on the comment section if it is giving. Now I'm looking at it. This is pattern paper, and I feel like I'm getting it. I know if I should go move to the pattern fabric, I will not make mistake. That is the main reason I always emphasize on using pattern paper to go about this. All right. Now this is it. Is it giving or not? Let me know on the comment section. I would really appreciate it. So I'm using sellotape, to gum it more. My sellotape just finished, so I just walked the street and got this. Is it giving what is on the picture? Let me know. If it is giving what is on the picture, I will love to hear from you. Okay, now we have gotten the first part of the top. The next part of the top is the fitted part. Now, like I explained earlier, that I saw the picture of Vicky James and the one on the original designer of this style, the person that sells this dress. On the other people, it was giving a normal straight band, but on Vicky James, it was giving us as if it has a basquine waistline, a kind of a curve. Okay, but let's just go now. For us to cut that fitted part, our blouse is 22. Okay, now when you minus 14, which is the original half under bust, you will have about what do we have there? About 8, Abby. You see 8. Yeah, 8. You will have about 8 left. Now, what of that 8 will be our height. Okay. What of our width? Our width will be the waist, which is 30. The waist plus 2. All right. Or the waist plus zip allowance. All right, which is 30 plus. You can either go for 4 or 3. All right. Now in total, our width should be 34 inches and our height should be 8. Remember, this is double. It is double. So when you're cutting the 8, when you're going for your height, you have to do times 2. All right. If this is how it should be, it has to be folded this way. So after folding, you should have 8 in height. That is what I'm trying to explain. After folding, you should have 8 in height. Okay, Now this is it. You just attach this to it. You can see how it is. Now looking at this, I am seeing what is on the picture that shows I'm on the right track. Okay, looking at it, it shows I'm on the right track. Now, if your fitted part will be straight, nothing much, it's just for you to attach it. But if it is not straight, you want it in a basquine curve, then any kind of this thing you cut. All right, let's move closer so you get to see how we do that. Now, if you're going for sharpness, you give it that sharpness. Maybe from here, this kind of sharpness. If it is this type, you're free to do that. Mama. Okay, then you cut. Remember, it has to be folded into two. So 8 into 2 gives us 16. Now you consider your joining allowance plus 1. So at most you cut that 16, you cut 18 or 19. All right. Now this is the sharp part. Now this part should be 12, while the beginning, the small part should be your original length, which is 8. Now this is how it should be. Okay, all you just need is sew it. While sewing, you place it the way it is. I'm showing the V part, the sharp part. Okay, this is how it will be. So please, if you have not subscribed, do subscribe to the channel. Give this video a thumbs up. All right, this is it. Is it giving or not? Let me know on the comment section if it is giving. Right, let's bring the camera this way. Adjust this. You can see, to me it is giving me what is on the picture. Okay, I can now go ahead and place it on the fabric and cut. Yes, I cannot go ahead and place it on the fabric and cut. This is a kimono top. Thank you guys for always watching. See you on my next video.